Live from KSAT 12, the Nightbeat starts right now.
One nonprofit is taking it up a notch to find missing people from San Antonio. It's using artificial intelligence to get the rest of us to pay attention on social media.
Yeah, the group actually creates videos of the missing and have them ask for help. The Night Team's Avery Everett spoke to the creator behind these pieces and the nonprofit pushing this project.
Hi, my name is Cecilia Huerta Gallegos.
A digital greeting that may be hard to hear.
Hello, my name is Pauline Cantu Diaz, and I have been missing for 13 long years.
We don't know what happened to either of these women, and the search for answers is now being taken to social media.
It's a way to memorize the case again. It's a great refresher.
Search and Support San Antonio teamed up with an artificial intelligence engineer to create and post these two videos.
My family found my car and belongings, but no sign of me.
My story needs to be heard and shared worldwide until
helping the families of Pauline Diaz and Cecilia Huerta Gallegos to hopefully get some answers.
It has so much gravity actually to it, and people actually wait to listen to the whole video.
These two stories have circulated San Antonio, and now these two videos are circulating social media. So how is Search and Support connecting the two? Well, they're using QR codes to do so.
You can find these codes on posters and water bottles all across town. There are only two videos of missing people right now in the project, but this team is working on its third.
They're always looking for different ways to approach our community.
Their stories are pieced together with photos, videos, and now even voice recordings. This isn't closure, but it's another form of communication.
We always have hope.
To spread the messages of missing people here in San Antonio.
Don't be afraid to leave a tip anonymously if you have any information.
And try to solve their cases.
My family deserves closure.
Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
It's heartbreaking to see this. It's just very heartbreaking.
It's still raw. It was the site of one of the deadliest shootings in U.S. history 7 years ago. And you flash forward to today, the First Baptist Church of Sutherland Springs is starting to be demolished.
The crews began tearing down the church this morning. Up until now, the sanctuary has been kept standing in place as a memorial to those who died that day. On November 5th, 2017, a gunman walked into that church and opened fire. What he left behind was sorrow. 26 people killed, including a pregnant woman and her unborn baby. A new church was built for the congregation about a year and a half later after the shooting. Many said the old church was a constant and painful reminder of what happened. Still, some families fought to keep the church standing.
A lot of people were against it because they have a lot of memories in this church, joyful memories. Those joyful memories overpower the tragedy that we have. What happened that day, the people that we lost, you could feel them inside this church. Even though they're gone, you could feel it. You could feel the embrace.
Church members voted to demolish that sanctuary back in 2021. And after many families legally fought to keep the church standing, a judge officially cleared the way for the demolition to take place. And the judge made that decision last month.
He was charged in the murder of his girlfriend and their unborn child, Michael Palafis, accepting 50 years in prison after accepting a plea deal today. 36-year-old Allison Zavallos was shot and killed last October. Her unborn baby girl later died. Palafis ending up surrendering to police. He was originally charged with capital murder for multiple persons, but after accepting the plea, he was given 50 years on the lesser charge of murder. After that sentence was handed down, Allison's sister tried to give an impact statement looking right at Palafis, but she was overcome with emotion. Her attorney read her statement for her.
As we sit here today, mourning the loss of a daughter, sister, mother, and aunt, not to mention a sweet baby girl that didn't even have a chance to live, over a senseless act, we will never know what really happened. As you walk out of here with no remorse and no amount of years you will get will ever bring my sister back. You deserve to be there and never see the light of day.
That was actually one of the prosecutors that was reading that statement. Palafis is a repeat offender and will more than likely serve his entire sentence, but he is technically eligible for parole after serving half. The man who allegedly attacked his ex-wife and 2 young daughters in April of last year, the wife survived, one of his own daughters did not. This morning, we learned the capital murder trial of Stephen Clare has been delayed at least until the fall. Clare charged with capital murder, attempted capital murder, and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. This morning, attorneys for the state told the judge they were still trying to get all the evidence turned over to his defense team. The judge gave the state and the defense 30 days to come up with possible dates to expect this trial to go forward. The case will be back in the courtroom in September. Clare facing the death penalty if he's found guilty.
We're still going through all those records that were released on Saturday from the law enforcement response to the shooting at Robb Elementary. And so far, those records show that Uvalde police officers did not act in accordance with the department's own active shooter response policy.
The policy is very accurate, right? The way it's written. I mean, we every second counts.
So that was Willie Ng. He spent close to 30 years as a law enforcement officer, most of that with the San Antonio Police Department. He also owns a security company that teaches active shooter training. By the way, the records also included the Uvalde Police Department's active shooter policy manual, and it says that any delay in action by police could result in additional deaths or injuries. As many of you know, body camera footage from that same department shows officers holding back that day. They hung back. They didn't go in. For 77 minutes, no officers from UPD have been criminally charged in the aftermath of the shooting. However, 2 law enforcement officers who have been charged are Chief Pete Arredondo and Adrian Gonzalez, and they worked for the school district's police department.
Let's go to your Nightbeat News Flash now. Tensions building in the Middle East. U.S. officials saying today Iran may launch a strike against Israel as soon as this week. This after the U.S. and other allies have pushed for Israel and Hamas to achieve a ceasefire agreement that could help calm tensions in the region. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has ordered a guided missile submarine to the Middle East and is telling the USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier to sail quickly to that area. The former President Donald Trump's big return to X, formerly known as Twitter, did not go as planned tonight. Trump's interview with X's owner Elon Musk was slated to have a live conversation this evening, and many users reported technical issues and being unable to join the conversation. Former President Trump's then Twitter account banned back in January of 2021 following the events of the Capitol insurrection. He is back on X. That's a look at your Nightbeat News Flash. It's a popular topic, regardless of how you feel about it. City officials could soon present plans for how to change the use of horse-drawn carriages in downtown San Antonio, or possibly ban them outright.
But first, the city has been waiting to hear from many of you, and by tomorrow, it should be finished collecting your opinions on a survey. Now, in the 2.5 weeks since it opened, the city says it's received more than 47,000 responses to this horse carriage survey. The questionnaire asks also what should happen next. City staff is going to present the survey results at a committee meeting next week.
We're not going to wait that long, though. We've been asking all day long, how do you feel about this? And so far, the results have stayed pretty consistent. Should horse-drawn carriages be banned in the city of San Antonio?
And we'll show you the results right there. You're pretty split on the question. We know that 19,000 people, or 1,900 people, excuse me, have voted so far. The majority of you, 51%, are saying, yeah, they should be banned. 49% of you say no. All right. So here's one thing, though, that we can agree on tonight, and that's how essential air conditioning is in this heat. With classes about to start, the San Antonio ISD announced a plan to make sure that high temperatures don't interfere with learning. Superintendent Jaime Aquino sent parents a letter, outlining how SAISD schools are going to be kept cool for students. And he says, first up, custodians are going to check classroom temperatures every day at 5 in the morning. According to the state administrative code, they should range anywhere between 72 and 76 degrees in the summer, the rooms, that is. If the classrooms cross that threshold, schools can do the following 3 things. 1, use portable AC units. 2, move students to other areas of the campus where it's cooler. Or 3, as a last resort, move students to another campus. Keep in mind that HVAC issues are nothing new for SAISD. You remember that back in January, SAISD canceled classes for days because the heating systems in many of the buildings weren't working. This evening, we spoke with the president of the San Antonio Alliance. We wanted to get her thoughts. That's the union that represents local teachers and other school staff. Her name is Alejandra Lopez, and she called the plan a, quote, positive step, saying it's important to let parents and staff know exactly how leaders are preparing to protect students. By the way, coming up a little later on the Nightbeat, we're going to explain some school bus changes this year over at SAISD, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I believe they had I think they had AC problems in the spring as well. All right, tomorrow on the Nightbeat, a family in Jourdanton, south of San Antonio, filing complaints with the state, raising concerns about the treatment of a 4-year-old boy. An employee made the child stand on his tiptoes while squatting as punishment. The boy forced to hold that position for possibly as long as 30 minutes. Health and Human Services records show that encounter.
It can't be expected for him to stand on an X for, up to 30 minutes.
A 4-year-old. Tomorrow on the Nightbeat, KSAT investigates the repeated visits to the facility by state investigators. We'll have that tomorrow night on the Nightbeat. Fall will be here before we know it.
Yes.
Wish it was a little quicker with the temperatures we have right now, but Fright Fest at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas, getting scarier this year. This year, you're going to see themes from a hit movie series and a popular Netflix show at the park. We've got a preview. I want to mention during the break, we showed some of the stock numbers. The stock market was not down more than 1,000 points today. It actually was closer to 150 points, I believe somewhere in the 140 range that the stock market ended today. So that was an error on our part, and we apologize. All right, let's go back to school now.
Yes.
It's in full swing. Yes. Many students have already returned to class, and many more getting ready to go back.
So here's a look at some of the school districts that are welcoming students tomorrow. Hopefully they're sleeping right now, and they're Edgewood ISD, Great Heart Schools, Idea Public Schools, Lytle ISD, Medina Valley ISD, and SAISD. Those students are going to be heading to school bright and early tomorrow morning. We hope that they're getting a good sleep right now.
Yeah, like we said, SAISD also welcomes its students back to class tomorrow. Officials say they're sitting pretty due to having plenty of bus drivers to cover their 120 routes. That is a rarity for a lot of school districts.
Big change this time around. Most of the schools that closed at the end of May within the SAISD are going to serve as bus stops for students who have to go to a new school, and that includes most of the district's pre-K students. So that's how they were able to work around that.
Little miniature car seats embedded into the bus seat, and then it has a little 3-point seatbelt that goes around our kids.
It's another thing that people will be wondering about. SAISD is telling us that because of the closures, most of their pre-K centers also closed. And as a result, parents need to be aware that the district no longer has those pre-K only buses. So instead, pre-K students are going to be riding the elementary school buses that have those built-in car seats.
Little miniature car seats embedded into the bus seat, and then it has a little 3-point seatbelt that goes around our kids.
SAISD officials want to stress to parents these buses will have monitors on board. Also, parents will be reminded to fill out what they call the pre-K ridership form for their little bus riders. If they haven't filled out that form already, they need to. Also want to remind you to tune in to GMSA for all of your back-to-school coverage. Good Morning San Antonio starts at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. For everything else you need to know, scan the QR code on your screen right there.
In a few months, we'll be talking about Halloween.
Yeah, fall just around the corner. Six Flags Fiesta, Texas, reminding us with announcing a new lineup to their highly anticipated Fright Fest.
A lot of people look forward to this. So coming September 7th, Warner Brothers' The Conjuring movie and Netflix's original series Stranger Things will be there. Six Flags says that there's going to be a new ways for people to walk through the hit series Stranger Things, or a reenactment there. And also a hair-raising tour of the scariest movies in the Conjuring universe. I'm a huge fan of those, like The Conjuring, Annabelle, and The Nun.
Not familiar with those. Just saying that right off the top.
They're good movies.
Not familiar with The Conjuring.
Yeah.
Stranger Things, yes. Conjuring, not so much. You can read more about all the things going on at Six Flags for Fright Fest online at KSAT.com.
Can't believe I'm talking about that. Okay, so the kiddos are going to be waiting at the school bus stop tomorrow, especially SAISD students, about 40,000 of them. So tell us, how should they dress tomorrow morning? A little cardigan?
Like it's summertime.
No cardigans.
You dress like it's summertime. Oh, man, we're feeling the heat. Feeling like, I mean, it's going to be 100, the heat index even above 100, up to 105 to 108 at times in the afternoon. But if you are headed out to the bus stop early in the morning, I know especially many elementary school children out there before sunrise, you may, if you're lucky, get a little bit of a display in the morning sky. The Perseid meteor shower is peaking right now. This is an annual meteor shower that we see. And the best chance to see any meteors will be between midnight and dawn. Odds aren't significant within the city because of city lights, but if you're away from city lights and a little more out in the country, look up at the bus stop tomorrow morning if it's before sunrise. The Earth is passing through the debris from Comet Swift-Tuttle, and if you're lucky, you may see a quick little white streak across the sky. Cross your fingers, but that's for you out there before sunrise. Just a little something that may stand out tomorrow morning if you're lucky. Upper level high still in charge, but notice this activity in the Gulf of Mexico earlier today. We have the clouds and it even generated some showers and storms. We just don't have radars out here to really detect a lot of that. This energy is moving into Texas and gives us a slight chance of a few showers tomorrow. Today, we had about 3 showers pop up on the radar. I think it's going to be similar tomorrow, but overall, look at the rainfall potential over the next 7 days, and we have what I call the Texas donut hole right here. We are in the donut hole, and all the activity is around us. But keep in mind, it is monsoon season, and the upper level high actually encourages the rain, pulling in Pacific moisture into the desert southwest. Not for us. We're looking pretty dry out there. High means dry, that's going to be the case. It's going to split a little bit in the days ahead, but still be the dominant factor in our weather going forward. In turn, we're looking at the dry conditions, and temperatures will be a little above average all the way through the middle to end of the month. I mean, we're talking longer range than the next 7 days. We're likely to be above average here in Texas. Today, we were 3 degrees above the average high. 97 was our high temperature. I mean, is the average. Our high was 100. The record 105 set back in 2023. Now, so far this year, we've had 16 triple-digit days. Last year at this time, we had 47. And 2 years ago, we had 57. 79 in the morning at 7 a.m. By noon, 93. It's going to be a hot recess, kids. And then 100 the high. But 104 in Carrizo Springs, Uvalde, and Hondo up to 101 for the afternoon high. And going forward, it's going to be more of the same, even a few degrees warmer, up to 102 for high temperatures by the end of the week and into next week. Really quickly, we have Tropical Storm Ernesto way out in the Atlantic. Likely to turn into a hurricane as it heads northward toward Bermuda later this week. Category 1 or Category 2 as it nears Bermuda by this upcoming weekend. That's the only element, only real disturbance that we have out in the tropics, and likely to strengthen. Computer plots, pretty good agreement there, keeping it away from the U.S. For us, it's just more heat, more humidity, feeling like August out there.
No cardigans.
No cardigans. Short sleeves. But you know what? You know, such a teenager. My daughter insists on wearing, a sweatshirt to the bus stop, right?
Fashion.
Steve, you've been through this, right? Fashion, yep.
Fashion trumps all.
Yes, exactly. So go for it. Go for it. Yeah. Just when the sun comes up and it gets hot, don't come complain to me.
I mean, they could wear a cardigan.
Thank you.
They could.
Just,
you know.
What era are they in? See, Taylor Swift.
I see you over there, Swifty.
I know.
All right, so this guy was a great player at UT.
Yeah.
Is he going to make Dallas's roster?
I believe so, because the Cowboys are very high on DeMarvion Overshown, and he was having a tremendous rookie camp last year, but then he got hurt towards ACL. He's finally back on the field, and he looks like he was never gone. Plus, Lanier football, they held practice under the midnight lights. Coming up.
When you take that away from a competitor like myself, you got to find little wins throughout the day. So it was times where I go in my garage and with a fly squad and just hit flies all day, just to feel good, just to feel something, reaction times.
All right, if you need a fly exterminator, it sounds like Cowboys linebacker DeMarvion Overshown is your guy swatting flies in big board sports. All right, midnight football practice under the lights is a lot of fun, as the Lanier Vokes found out last night. They call it the Midnight Grind, officially kicking off their first day of practice as they prep for the brand new season. The Vokes were proud to light up the West Side last night with the family and friends that would watch them go through the drills. The Vokes are predicted to finish 4th in District 12 5A Division II this season, which would make them playoff bound, and the seniors are ready for one last ride.
It's crazy. Really my senior year, I didn't expect this time to come by fast. I'm really happy and grateful to be here. Just win games, man. Be with my boys, the underclassmen, coach them up. Be great.
This group of seniors definitely have put in the work this offseason and the summer. They've been real consistent, so something deserving for them.
Lanier will open the season with C.C. King Friday, August 30th, 7 p.m. at Alamo Stadium. And what a view this morning the Johnson Jaguars had for their first practice of the fall season. The Jaguars are extremely senior heavy this upcoming season, with 43 seniors on the roster. That makes up roughly 65% of the team, which to them is exactly what they need for the Jags to take the next step in their program.
I feel like this year's team, we have a lot of returning guys who, while they might have started, they had a lot of experience in the field and stuff. I feel this year we want it more. We had a taste of success last year, and now I think everyone here wants it again and wants to go further than last year.
I'm ready to play in Jerry's World in December. That's what I'm looking forward to, have a deep run, because this team's got a lot of talent and we're ready to show it to the world.
Every day they're competing for position. One day you may be starting, one day you may not, but that iron sharpens irons, and so guys are really elevate their playing.
The Jaguars open the season Friday, August 30th with the Judson Rockets, 7:30 at night at Heroes Stadium. Staying with Johnson High School, star baseball player Kason Cunningham was named MVP after helping Team USA win gold for the U18 team at the World Cup qualifier. Kason hit .417 with 3 doubles and 12 runs batted in while playing every inning at shortstop for the U.S. Dallas Cowboys second-year linebacker DeMarvion Overshown is back playing football, and he's excited. He had 3 total tackles in the Cowboys' 13-12 preseason loss at the LA Rams last night. It's been a little under a year now when his rookie campaign was cut short when he tore his ACL in a preseason game. Now his snaps were limited yesterday, but that's okay.
I definitely felt good to make a play in an actual game again, It's kind of like being built up for a year, just waiting for that moment again and, feeling those type of emotions again. Because when you take that away from a competitor like myself, you got to find little wins throughout the day. Coming off a block, making a tackle, that felt great.
Speaking of feeling great, quarterback Trey Lance played most of the game following starter Cooper Rush, and Lance went 25 of 41 for 188 yards in the air. His first game in nearly a year when he was still with the 49ers. So how long did it take the nerves to melt away?
I think once I got out there, once I get in the huddle with those guys, I think just looking across and making eye contact with those guys gives me all the confidence in the world. Like knowing the work that they put in and that we put in together since the spring, it was good. But yeah, I thought settled in more and more every snap I got, and excited for next week.
Trey and the Cowboys will next play at the Las Vegas Raiders Saturday night at 9. Coach Sark and his Longhorns crack the top 5 after the break. The Associated Press preseason top 25 in college football was released today, and Georgia is the #1 team in the land. They got 46 first-place votes. Ohio State is #2, Oregon 3. The Texas Longhorns are 4th, and Alabama sits at #5. Texas A&M comes in at #20. This marks the 6th straight season that Texas A&M has been ranked in the preseason poll.
I'm ready for football already.
Me too.
College football is my favorite.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, I'm more of a pro guy.
I know you are.
Yeah.
Football in general, though. Let's go.
Yeah.
Thanks, Larry.
We'll be right back.
First day back to school, and
that is my picture of the day right there.
And Rex was nervous for him in the lower right corner.
Yeah, look,
I'm sure Isra had a great day.
Yeah,
and many other wonderful kids going back to school.
Horrible. I love those pictures.
Me too. Send them in. Iconic.
And more kids are starting tomorrow. Good luck with that. You have a great school year.